You know, it's been quite a while since we've actually been introduced to Bazz-B, but out of all the time now, it's like, why are we exactly getting an introduction, little flashback to him and Haschwalth after all this time? I was expecting that, you know, we would actually see these guys actually have a flashback maybe like sometime prior, or maybe during the fight of like Hitsugaya, or maybe like the first fight that Haschwalth had. It's like, no, let's like get him after now, because like I think that's one thing that can definitely be said about this saga, like the whole thing. It's like, not everyone really has got kind of motivational reasons. Just like, oh yeah, like let's just go fucking kill some fucking Quincy's. And now these guys have actually got something that is actually a flashback. It's like, and that is interesting, saying like, oh, we have the whole reason why these guys are actually going to be like fighting the Quincy's, and like, you know, him and Haschwalth has some objectives, and it kind of feels a little bit like familiar roads almost, like with Gin, like, I mean, just saying, but it's like, what we see is, you know, a little flashback between, like, Bazz-B, and we get to see as well with Haschwalth. It's like, seeing, you know, they're pretty much like these two kind of, not really grew up together, but they were kids surrounded by in the same village, and it was like, oh, like, hey, I'm the mighty Bazz-B, look at me, like, fuck some people up, and he's, like, making jokes with them and so on, you know, I can't even make my own, like, hero bugger yet, and it's like, you know, I am a lame ass, and it's like, I'm a scrub, and he's like, hey, don't worry, it's just because I'm a genius, like that, don't worry, as he's, like, hunting, he's, like, turns out, like, Haschwalth's, like, parents were, like, murdered as, like, a young age. It definitely looks like, you know, he was kind of the fucked up child from the start, from the looks like, and he, like, really didn't give a fuck. Because, like, I don't know, there was just, like, one panel where it looked like, yeah, this kid looks like he's gone through some shit, and he doesn't really trust anyone. It's like, I don't know, it's like, and we find out that, you know, fucking out of nowhere, you know, the entire village gets burned down, and Quincy's like, oh yeah, we're just gonna get more fucking people. And, like, they're like, okay, we need straight up revenge. They killed your uncle, they killed everyone fucking here, and it's just like, you know, we ain't gonna do fucking anything about this at all. And it just seems like, you know, what the fuck happened to him, like, after all of this? Is like, you know, because he was like, yo, we're friends, but, you know, you're gonna be my fucking subordinate. And he was like, you know, what's really, you know, going with the fucking renaming and shit? He's like, you know, I think he's like, Haschwalth's real name was supposed to be like Warwelt or something, and it's like, I thought like Silburn, what's with the sudden renaming, and he's like, I don't know, like, what really exactly happened to, like, Haschwalth? Like, what exactly changed? Is it, like, maybe he saw, like, what exactly Bach's gonna actually got in mind? Is he, like, gonna see, like, what his actual goals and determination, he wants to support him with that? Like, or is he just generally waiting for the exact right time because he knows, like, I can't fucking murder this guy? I don't know, it just feels a lot like Kubo's retreading the same kind of ground, but with different characters. It's like, oh, I'm gonna, like, get revenge to everyone, just like, we're just going to join his ranks and stuff. But I know, it just feels awfully like that, but there's two different characters already. It's just like, hey, you know, like, that's kind of cool. And it's like seeing, you know, oh, like, you know, we get to see him, like, make his army, he gets make the Stone Ritters right there. It's just like, I imagine we're probably now going to go into some little flashback arc, and then probably at the end of it, we're going to see, like, probably the end of this fight between Bazz-B and Haschwalth. And it's like, I can definitely see that, but even still, it's just like, I don't know, it just feels like treading old ground, really, for me. So I hope there's, like, a nice twist to it or anything, but it's like, at the moment, you know, he seems to be going fucking in, and I really like that, you know, he's going in fucking using the third fucking finger, like, burning finger free. I want him to use the whole fucking hand and see what he can do with that. I want to see him, like, go in, or maybe he just goes burning finger, like, 10, uses all of them, and he just, like, blows up the entire fucking arena. That would be kind of sick, but that's all for me. So thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.